Live on both. Make sure everything's good. Looks like Twitch is good. And looks like YouTube is also good. Okay, Rue. I am gonna sit down. And you've already had a treat, so I don't want to hear you begging for more. You can silently beg all you want, but I don't want to hear you if nothing else. All the lights in the world. So now I've got some painting to do. I have an idea that I could have done, but I'll get around to it. Let's see here. This is this gold? Yeah, I think that's gold. Yeah, just some leftover gold. Okay, that'll work. Get your hands in a good spot. Yeah. Cool. Champion looks like he does have kind of gloves and boots, not the standard like armor. So don't want to go full gold. Good times. I kind of wanted to get started a little earlier, but kind of got hung up chatting with people and hung up on walking with the pup. So, a little later than planned, but hey, it's all good. Okay. Good girl, Rue. She's taking up residence on a little blanket. Despite the fact that she has like a dozen beds, or half a dozen beds. Hey, let's see, that's Prime Nerf. Painting up some Custodes. Got a Custodes Blade Champion that I'm working on. Got 5 Custodian Guards with spears, and one of the Captain or Shield Captains with Pythorite Spear. And if I break out the colors that I'm still needing for him, then Inquisitor Erasmus as well. Got some more touch-up work I need to do on this guy, but don't want to keep straining on tiny details with him for right now. Been on him for a couple days. Kind of nice just to get back to the broad strokes of gold. Yup. Yeah. Love the Blade Champion model. And got a silly Blade Champion that I kit bashed. So I'll be painting up him some as well today. That is this guy here. So gave him 2 swords, but decided, hey, let's have some fun with it, and gave him a 3rd sword. So very inspired by One Piece. I figure some sweaty neckbeard at a game table is probably gonna get pissed off when they see it, but not my problem. Yep. Good times, though. Can't believe this year's almost over. Like, it feels like the year barely started, and it feels like the year has been going on forever. It's been a very time-dilated year or something. Actually, I spent like 7 hours this weekend talking with some co-workers, because turns out there's been a huge upheaval in my office. Like, we have a strong feeling that the company's about to shut the doors at this point. Which, I mean, we've been kind of expecting it for about a year now. Just funny with how quick it's happening. And the owner seems like he is trying to be completely oblivious to the problem, which definitely does not help. But oh well. Work woes are just work woes. Just wish they would have picked a better time of year for it, because end of the year is always the worst time for that type of shit to happen. But that aside, I am getting close to being done with my painting on my Custodes, so that's a very nice feeling right now. They are probably my second closest to, like, completed army. in just terms of assembly, my Death Guard are basically complete. I have like maybe 5 or 6 models to go on them, but almost none of them are painted. So that kind of makes them not nearly as ready. And I'm not quite sure I want to jump from one monotone army into another in terms of paint scales. Because I like Custodes, I like gold, but painting the same color over and over and over and over does get a little monotonous. Like, saying that, I want to get my AdMech rolling at some point, but I'm not sure if I want to take, like, a couple weeks break from doing, like, this stuff and maybe hop into painting up, I don't know, some Thousand Suns or some Death Guard or Death Watch or something like that. The sky is the limit. Like, if I really wanted, I could even go back to my Harlequins and update their paint scheme to actually have some checkers on them rather than just being like two-tone split paints. Because my Harlequins are like, one side is blue, one side is red, or some of them have green and black. But they're like split down the middle where like it's 4 quarters. It has a cool effect, just not the traditional Harlequin checkers. And I've got a couple Inquisitors to paint up. I've got Erasmus to finish. Then I've got Draxus and Greyfax. Too many irons in the fire. I figure when I finish with the Custodes, I'll probably end up just setting up like a little randomizer wheel, or maybe do a poll or something, and see if people have anything they're actually wanting to see painted. Because that could be fun as well. I have a couple Sisters of Battle that I need to paint at some point. They're basically done, but I didn't do that army. Like, I bought them from a friend, so I can't really count them as something that I've done more than, like, just an army that I acquired. But oh well. Like I say, too damn many fires in the iron. What? Fires in the iron? Wow, I butchered that. Irons in the fire. Fuck's a fire in an iron? Warp devilry, that's what it is. Putting fire into that iron. Huh, left a big chunk of sprue on his leg. There we go. Missed it. Little freaking gnat flying around. Been doing a lot of kit bashing recently. Actually, kit bashed up some pythorite spears for some guards. Because I noticed when I was looking at the Forge World thing for them, it's literally just a weapon kit for the regular custodian guards. And it's like they're gonna try and charge $40 for 5 weapons. It's like, come on now, I have enough spare, like, combi melta bits that I could just slap these on, do a little bit of sprue goo to smooth out stuff and make the connections fit. And I have some mildly convincing pythorite spears, where it's like, does it look exactly like what you get from Games Workshop? No. But if you look at it, it's like, that is definitely a custodian guard spear, and that is definitely a melta weapon on that spear. Like, there's no question of what it is. So those would be fun. Mostly doing those because, like, I have a few extra custodian guards that I can work with. A while back, I wound up finding a really, really good deal on eBay. And I got probably about 50 custodian guards. So about 40 of them. And it's like, okay, I can really only feasibly run about 15. So that means that I can make a bunch with spears, a bunch with swords, and still have some left to do some fun kit bashes. Or I could sell the others, but I'm not big on selling stuff. Not when I can do fun stuff with it. Plus, unlike other armies, having extras of these guys doesn't take up that much space. Unlike my frickin' Tyranids after they cut down the number of Termagants and Hormagaunts you could run. I guess they technically didn't turn them down too much, considering you can run 6 squads of them. But even still, the Gene Stealers were a big hit. Because I have probably around 120 Gene Stealers. And it's like, yeah, you can run 30. Period. So it's like, oof, you guys kinda screwed over that. well. I figure those, like, if they were still, like, unassembled, then I'd probably sell some of those because I do have too many. But they're all mostly assembled. Or in varying stages of assembly. Oh well. I can always find something to complain about. I try not to complain too much. Unless I think it'll do some actual good. Otherwise, it's way too easy to be negative. Takes a little bit more work to try and stay positive. And being positive at least makes me feel better. In this day and age, that's the best we can ask for, right? Just treat each other like decent human beings.
Yeah.
And go from there. Okay. That's not bad. Got some woodchuck hard cider. I've gotten better at doing skin tone. I kind of wish I had given this guy a helmet or a head without a helmet. But oh well. Right, I've gotten a little too far over. Okay, looks like he's got more cloth on that shoulder, or on that arm. Okay, I get a little bit of overpaint. I'm not going to use speed paint on his cloak. It's not for the base color. It's a little bit of paint on this side of the head. Otherwise it looks weird. I just hate when I make things harder on myself and actually paint or assemble characters first and then paint them afterwards. But I always want to see how they fully look whenever they're assembled. Like, I don't really get a strong mental picture of stuff when I look at it. I need to actually see it. Then I can figure out how to paint it. Then subsequent ones I can usually do without needing to assemble first. But first ones, yeah. I can get an idea of it, but it's not a very strong idea. That leg plate, though. Like, I love this sculpt they made. Makes me feel bad that most of my other captains are the generic, this guy has a cloak. He is obviously a captain. This guy's just like, nope, I am captain. Obviously. There's no way to say it other than I am a captain. Such a cool model. Freaking gnat. And this shield is just awesome looking. Something I might want to do here. I was thinking about initially painting the interior of this shield section white or red. I think I'm gonna go red. And a great effect I've found for these guys with red is I have a really thin red called blood red, and it, when put over gold, gives it this gorgeous effect. I've actually been using it for a lot of the gemstones and stuff on my custodian's armor and decorations. So, do that, and I'll probably paint the like wreath or the leaves on it with a nice green. All up in there. Good, good. Now, you're looking more like a captain, my dude. Okay. So I think while I've got this mental picture forming, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to the red so I can get that shield and some of these other details touched up here before that slips away and I lose the muse. Because normally I'll just go from model to model painting each of the color that I'm working on. That way I don't have to keep on cleaning out the brush, changing paints, etc., etc. But this guy, I'll make an exception for. Yeah, that. I like that. Good. Yeah. Once that has a chance to dry a little bit, that should look really quite nice. Okay. Honestly, like how that looks. Gives him a little bit more dimension. keep reminding myself where the camera's actually pointing so I can keep my model at least in the field of view. Otherwise, it just seems kind of weird, you know? Honestly, that looks pretty nice. Grab the small brush, then I'll hit his eyes. Nice. Got that little jewel on his belt. Cool. I'm honestly surprised this little thin brush is actually held together for as long as it has. Like, this brush, I actually got off Temu, of all places. And I've actually been using this brush for about 2 or 3 years now? Like, no, actually it's 8 years. Damn. Yep. Okay, just want to touch that up real quick. ADHD brain every now and again goes, hey, we got something else to do. We got something else to do. We got something else to do. Okay. Actually, I need to run another game with these guys soon. Finished up my jet bikes the other day. So that should have solved one of my key issues that I was running into. And that was, you know, not being able to get around to actually claim and take objectives and press objectives. Custodies are great, but they are not exactly swift. Well, honestly, I should do a mock game against myself or ask AI what I should do. Like, have AI control my opponent's army. That could be interesting. Would be a slow game, especially given how slow 40k games usually go anyway. I'll have to record that if I do that, just because I'm curious how it would work. I do seriously doubt that the AI could actually do a decent game, but can't do much worse than random game store kids that don't know what they're doing. Well, actually, I take that back. It could do a lot worse. I remember a little bit ago, I was actually asking it to help me to update my list. Like, asking it, hey, I've got this army, I'm wanting to make some changes, I ran into this issue, and what would you suggest to help out with it? And it got all the points values wrong. It had, like, leadership attachments were completely wrong. It tried to put, like, 2 or 3 leaders onto one unit. It's like, yeah, you can't do that. You can only have 1 leader attached to each unit. It's like, ChatGPT, can you not? Actually, it was Gemini. Sorry. GPT might have done better. I don't know. Probably not, but it might have. Figure it doesn't have to be the best at it, just want to have an idea of an opponent when I don't have anyone else around. Might try that. So I do need to run a few mock battles with some armies that I really haven't played yet. Like, I haven't run my Sisters of Battle at all. And I'd like to at least get a feel for them before I get them into a full-on game. Haven't actually run Deathwatch in this edition. Not officially. I ran a couple kill teams when I ran Inquisitorial Agents the other day. And the kill teams were strong. Expensive, but strong. Like, 10-man squad was the cost of a Custodian Guard squad, almost. So I'm curious, like, if Custodians v. Deathwatch, how would the Decimus kill team actually hold up against something like a Custodian Guard squad? Just from a shooting standpoint, I feel like the Decimus kill team would be able to actually hold its own really well. From a fighting standpoint, that's a tough one, because the Custodian Guards, they get enough swings that if they went first, they would probably one-turn kill all of the kill team. Considering each swing from most of the weapons of the Custodes do 2 damage, that's enough to one-shot all the standard Marines. So I'd probably eat 2 shots apiece on the Gravis to take out 4 first, and then try and swing back with the Thunderhammers. But that's an interesting thought. Like, how would that play out? Yeah, test that. Nothing else, set them up like 24 inches apart, so they each get like a turn of shooting at each other. Then see where that leads to. Gotta stand for just a second. My watch is telling me to stop being fat. Stand, pace for a minute. It's okay, Ruth. Just hang tight. Pace, pace. The normal stuff. There we go. Now my watch has declared that I have moved enough. This guy hasn't primed. Okay. Back to the models. I need to do a quick test sprue piece to see how the how what I'm thinking works. I'll just grab this piece with a sprue. wanting to do a couple little tests to see how different colors might look painted over this. Doesn't have to be the thickest application of gold. Just don't want the gray showing through. Okay. I'll let that dry, then I can get back to that here in a little bit. I haven't been using these speed paints for very long, so I don't know exactly how they all interact and how well they all cover and stuff. It's like for Erasmus's leather glove, I didn't expect it to turn out as awesome as it did. And that was just the hardened leather over gray. Or over white, sorry. So it's like, well, I'm wanting to see, like, how would hardened leather look over gold? How would, I don't know, like orange or bone or something like that look over gold? Because there's some details that I would like to have. There's some little things that I'd like to fill in and change. But I at least want to get a test first to see how it looks before I bastardize one of my custodians. It's like, just because I have spares doesn't mean that I want to have to use them because I mess up the paint jobs, you know? I mean, let's be fair, I'd probably still run even a clown custodian. Like, if I literally painted one up to be like red, blue, green, and orange with big pink shoes and gloves, like, I'd still run it. If nothing else, just to piss off a sweaty neckbeard. Because the idea of that is just glorious to me. Because there are so many people who take this hobby way too seriously. I try not to. Just because, like, if I took this serious, then I wouldn't want anything to do with it because the lore is just too dark. It's like there's enough meh in the world and then all around that, like, I don't need to have grit and dark in my gaming. If I want grim and dark, I'll just look outside. Turn on the news for half an hour. There you go. You got all the grimdark you need. Rather, it's just fun to paint up models, build lists, and play with friends. Discussing the lore can be fun. I realize I've got a little bit far off to the side, so let me correct. definitely know if I let myself get too far down the rabbit hole on Warhammer as well, I could see myself becoming one of those sweaty neckbeards who gets way too uptight about things. And that just isn't fun. Not for me, at least. Maybe if I was a sweaty neckbeard, then it would be fun for me, but I don't know. Like, I at least try to be a decent human. So, I can't see myself becoming a sweaty neckbeard anytime soon. Though I do grow a glorious neckbeard. It's like patchy in all the wrong ways. Just, no thank you. Good times, good times. I am thinking, next year I might try and participate in the Nova Open. Not 100% sure what army I would run, but it's something that I'd like to do, or I'd like to try. The biggest problem for me would be getting over my social anxiety, as I went to Nova this year, and it was cool, but oh my gosh, there were so many people and so much noise. Like, I don't know how people were thinking in that mess. So, that's I want to try and participate, but I'm afraid that if I do, my mind might overload and I would have just no chance at all. But, oh well. Like, worst case scenario, I lose, I make a fool of myself, and I'm out a little bit of money. Like, it's not the end of the world. That's kind of one of the things that helps me to still go to, like, my Otakon every year. Like, my mind does overload at that conference and convention too. But I still enjoy it. I still want to go. It's just stressful. So, I try and go, and I usually need a hotel room so I can have a place to retreat to when my anxiety starts flaring up too much. Hello? I won't deny, when I first started painting my custodians, I actually had been tempted to paint them in the Vault Warden's colors, aka blacks and purples. The main thing that stopped me from doing that was my primary army at the time was Deathwatch. So it's like, if I did this, then I would have a box full of black models with the Deathwatch guys. I would have a box full of like light purple models with my Genestealer Colts. And then I'd have my next group of models right beside it being black and purple. It's like, I decided to just go with like standard gold and red. Maybe a little silver here and there. And I can't even deny, they look sharp. Like, the custodians just look very nice, very clean. This guy actually has a small gap at his wrist that I need to fill. So I'll hold off on anything else there. Then I'll get the sprue goo. The drawback of gold is that everything stands out. You miss a spot, stands out. Put too much on, stands out. Put too little on, stands out. It is extremely visible. But that's not a problem. Just means that when it's done right, it looks good. After this guy, we have the Kitbash Blade Champion. Good. I know Custodians are one of the armies that I've ran the most this year. Which isn't saying much, because I haven't done a lot of Warhammer games this year. But they've definitely been interesting to play. Because going from Custodes to anything else just feels so fragile. It's like your opponent can literally spend their entire turn shooting one Custodian Guard unit and kill maybe 1 or 2 models. Where play something like, I don't know, the Imperial Agents, and the opponent looks their way and they've killed the entire squad. Like, oh, you guys are fragile. And you're not even, like, accurate to boot. Do you have enough bodies to make up for your fragility? No, you don't. How do you guys survive on the battlefield? Oh, you don't. Do you hold objective? No, you don't. What do you do? Oh, you can kill things if you get the right rolls. Well, that's something. Like the fact that they can muster the Deathwatch Heavy Thunderhammers and as much force as they can, like, those things are terrifying. Like, literally, I had them 1 turn kill a Morkanaut. Or was it a Gorkanaut? It had like 20-something wounds. Like, they just ran up and bitch slapped the thing with Heavy Thunderhammers and got a couple devastating wounds off, and he failed the last few saves. It's like, okay, I didn't expect that to work. Not in the least, to be honest. I see a spot I missed. So yeah, like, they definitely surprised me. Like, the Imperial Agents make me want to try and figure out how to run them. Because I see potential. If nothing else, I see potential in the fact that they are severely underestimated. Like, if you tell someone that you're running Imperial Agents, they don't really know what you can do because nobody runs Imperial Agents. If somebody uses them, it's usually like they bring along one of the assassins, or they bring along an Inquisitor. But they don't bring like a dedicated list of, here's like 40 or 50 Inquisitional units. Like, that's just not what people do. So if nothing else, like, I can see it having a bit of a shock factor for people. Because you don't know how to fight against it. You don't know what it can do. Like, sure, you can look at their list and see what all they have. But, like, do you really know if you should be scared of those Heavy Thunderhammers? Because at first glance, it's going to be like, well, they're not going to do that much. But then you see that they have Inquisitor Draxus leading them. And then it's like, oh, now we can't shoot them unless we're within, like, 18 inches of them. So now they can close the distance and then absolutely devastate us. Like, I definitely see the advantage that they can bring to the table, but their units are just so expensive and so fragile at the same time. Like, I did make some modifications to my last list, and I do want to run them again. because last time I lacked any objective sticking, so I had to keep someone on objective to actually hold it. This time I dropped some of the stuff that underperformed, and I have a trio of Sisters of Battle squads in my list now. And the Sisters provide some good heavy weapons with their meltas, so they can at least help to take out anything durable. And they also have a nice little benefit of, if they start a turn on an objective, then it stays stuck as yours until the enemy takes it back. So that means that I could use them to run around and grab objectives while my other units don't have to stay locked in one spot. Yeah, that's true. I'm talking Warhammer. Got a little bit of sprue residue on his leg. There we go. Like it was never there. And last time I ran Custodes, the Blade Champion was a unit that way outperformed what I expected. Like, I had this guy leading a unit of just regular Custodian guards. Had them charge a Goliath Rock Grinder. And they killed the thing in one turn. I did not expect it. I did it mostly because I was losing. And I was like, well, I've got nothing else, so screw it, I'm going to make the charge. That's an 11-inch charge. Yep, I'm going to try it. Oh, hey, we made it. Cool. Well, yeah, now you've got a really strong vehicle that's good at close combat, locked in close combat with my guys. We swing. Oh, it's dead. Huh. Didn't see that one coming. Although I was so bummed out when that guy died, because my Blade Champion had the enhancement that when he dies, on a 2+ he comes back. I rolled a 1. I was just kind of sitting there like, really? Really, guy? I spent these extra points on you, and you get a 1. You couldn't come back. All my opponent's Abominants came back on their 2+. But not the Blade Champion. He just couldn't do it. Ever since that game, whenever I've run my Blade Champion, at least against that guy, like, he kind of has a new level of respect for the Blade Champion. Like, he sees it and he just focuses that bitch down. Like, nope, we're not doing this again. I'm not losing my vehicles and my characters to this blender. And it makes sense, like, he is kind of a blender. Blade Champion versus everything goes back to the old YouTube, will it blend? The Blendtec Blender. Gosh, I remember that stuff. That was like true nostalgia. Going back and watching any of the Blendtec stuff. I need to do that again. Wonder if kids these days even know about those old YouTube videos. Nowadays, I know people watch a lot of the hydraulic press videos. And those are cool, but it's not the same. Like, watching a hydraulic press crush something is cool, but it's just not the same as watching something get turned into dust by spinning blades. So I will say, watching industrial shredders, like, tear things up and slowly pull things in and just rip them to pieces, that's kind of cool. I'll definitely say that's a cool, like, just time-wasting video to watch. Pattern on without getting too much gold onto the cloak. A finer tip. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. I mean, that does look really decent. Okay. For a second, I thought my stream froze. No, that was just me being very, very still. Ah, goodness. Hate these little details. Especially on dark and uneven surfaces. Makes it like extra hard to see if I got everything right. There we go. That looks pretty good. As long as you don't look super close, it's actually really clean. Now, do I start doing some of this guy's trim? I guess so. I've already got the brush here. Love to have gotten to this guy while he was still in pieces. Oh well. got them now, so just got to work with what I've got. Of course, I'm going a little too far off to the right. Bring them back in frame. That tip nice and back. Keep that tip nice and sharp. Go. Back over. I know a lot of these little, just like tiny details that I'm putting on these boots probably aren't going to come through on stream. But trust that I'm actually doing something when I'm moving this brush. That looks so good. Yes, I do see I'm getting it out of frame again. You're okay, Rue. Sounds like she's having a little puppy dream. on his little grimoire on his hip. I think I want to paint these corner bits a little bit of gold. That feels like something that the Imperium would do. Okay. That looks so good. Now I need to do this cloak hem. One sec. Okay. Got a little bit more boozahole in me. Help to steady my hands. Totally. Okay. There. We'll slightly hit some of these letters. Come on. Problem with this brush is it doesn't grab much paint. Tiny details always suck. They always look good, but they're such a pain in the dick to do. Mostly because it's so easy to screw it up. Okay. So you can mostly read the Malleus. Ah. Sorry for being really quiet right now. This is one of those moments where I'm trying to focus super hard. Yes, watch. I know I haven't moved in a little bit. Leave me alone. Whew. Got a good amount of paint on that, so let me wipe some off. Whew. Okay. This is taking shape the way that I want it to. Set this guy down for a minute. Watch has been buzzing to let me know that I am fat and I need to get up and move, so I'm going to do that real quick. Oh, Rue, just hang tight. I know, I'm standing up, but that doesn't mean that we're doing anything yet. Ah. Whew. There we go. Watch says that I've done enough. Good girl. Yes. I wish you were in a good spot where I could actually put you on stream, Rue. That'd be nice to have you like in the corner of the camera or corner of the picture. But well, you're just gonna have to be content with being a little puppy in the shadows. Have a few more letters to do on this guy's cloak. Oh gosh. All those letters done. Now the last little bit of the trim. And this is pretty much good. Well, good with the gold. I realize my head's in the way. Okay. Got a little bit of light gold spots up on the eye. There was a little spot here. I want to touch some gold. Okay, Erasmus. You are looking immaculate. By my standards, immaculate. Now, for some of these little sample swatches that I did, let me take some of this other paint. I have a little bit of skin tone here. Curious what skin looks like over gold. Feel like the skin paint has dried up. It has. Well, for the most part. Yeah, it's dried up. So some things I want to test on it are like aged hide. I want to see how that looks over this. I want to see how peachy flesh looks. And I want to see how the leather looks. Although, maybe not leather. Let's go bright red. Bright red over black. Or bright red over gold. And a spot of broadsword silver over gold. Okay, let's see how some of these look. Brush. Start off with the broadsword. Don't really see too much. Like, it does make it look kind of like watered down silver. Test the red. See, bright red over that looks very similar to the blood red. Let me see how it looks over black. It's not super visible over black. That makes sense. That was peachy flesh. Not too much. Okay. I know I left this guy's face mostly white. Or grayed up, at least. That way he could be painted with a little bit of peachy flesh. So he's a bit tan, but not dark and not fair. Take a little bit for him to actually... We're going to need a couple coats of that to actually get it to show through right. But that is fine. I do believe this means, though, we will not be using the speed paint for the red for the cloaks and stuff. We're going to just go with Dragon Red, which is a standard fantasy paint, not a speed paint. Okay, looks good. Start hitting the underside of it. Or the inside, I guess. Okay, looks very good. I will say it's gonna be a little while before I want to do characters with like lettering again. Because, oh my gosh, that was painful. Takes too much focus. Nice. I like how that looks. Then I'll come back over this with some blood red. And that'll kind of make it pop. See, that blood red over gold gives it that really nice look. Kind of almost an amber color. Okay. Yeah, he's looking more like the hero-ish model he should be. One of those, like, I know that the Imperium are not the good guys, but still, like, from their point of view, I could see the Custodians being pretty much gods, almost. Like, in lore, any battle that they participate in is just automatically recorded as a victory, because there's no chance a Custodian could lose. No chance. To even think that they could would be heresy. Right? Imperium. Nice. Definitely say, next time I use my Custodians, this guy will come out as quite a surprise. Because last time I played them, I really didn't have any good ranged options for handling armor. Now, admittedly, a 12-inch range isn't exactly much in the way of range. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Maybe. I think I want his, like, undercloth to be black. Just to give a little bit of that contrast, you know? Yeah. Like that. Looks like we have a little bit of bread that needs to be done here for the back side of that. Awesome. I'll go ahead and hit up the mains on their helmets. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Guess I'll go ahead and get all these guys with that. Like I'm too far over. Just about am. I think we are still good. Now, I'm probably going to call it fairly soon just because it is starting to get dark and it is actually getting quite cold right now. And I prefer to not have to walk the dog in sub-freezing temperatures any longer than I have to. So, yeah. Probably gonna do that here in the next few minutes. Yes, Rue, I hear you. I want those to be kind of leather. We're not going to paint those up. Not yet. For the Emperor and all that jazz. For the Emperor. Can't believe I missed that. Great big old chunk of sprue hanging on the helmet here. Hey, Rue. I hear you moving around. I see you. Yes, that's my good girl. I know. You're about ready to go out. And to be fair, I should probably take you out before too much longer, because it is getting dark. Man. I want to do one thing first. I want to have some white paint that is not speed paint. Drawback of where I'm sitting here, I don't have a lot of space, hilariously enough. This is all speed paint.
Hey, Rue. She's just staring up at me from the side, just like, human, are you done yet? Are you done? I find it very hard to say no to the little dogs. So my little, like, 20, 30-pound dog can somewhat bully me because of that. Let's see here. Do I have any white paint? Just standard white. Need anything fancy, flashy, or crazy? Just give me white. It's blue. Like very blue white. Got a lot of everything that's not white. Yes, Rue, I know. I'm not just trying to waste time, little pup. Don't give me that look. Thing is, she likes it when it's cold outside, so she's not nearly as bothered by walking out in freezing temperatures as I am. I have some speed paint white, but that's not what I want. Okay. Well, I'm not having any luck finding it in the paints that I've got, like, within arm's reach. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I've got a little dog that probably is about ready to piss herself. And it's about time for food. So, I want to thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a lovely day. Take care.